Thank you for staying on the program. Now, patients who require laboratory tests have been left stranded at the Okomfo Teaching Hospital at the start of a sit-down strike by laboratory scientists there. The health professionals are protesting the appointment of 2 medical doctors to the Laboratory Services Directorate. Many patients who needed laboratory services were helpless, with some seeking services outside the hospital. My colleague Ohiming Terry has been monitoring the impact of the strike and has more in the following report.
The over 300 medical laboratory scientists are not happy with the decision by managers to post 2 medical officers to the directorate. They insist the appointment of the 2 is intended to sideline its members qualified for the position. Members say they will continue to withdraw their services until the decision is reversed. Some of them were seen idling about in the presence of their disappointed patients.
Since they are saying they are going on strike, it means you have to wait till they resume, so that if you're able to get our results, you can send it to our respective doctors who are supposed to take care of us.
Many patients seeking laboratory services were left stranded. The laboratory scientists, laboratory technicians and laboratory assistants, however, say they are concerned about the impact of the strike. Ernest Bedu-Boatin is chairman of the Okomfo Teaching Hospital branch of the association.
I'm not a happy man, because if I am happy with what is happening, probably this strike would have happened 2 years ago. We are not happy because we decided to dialogue for good 2 years, but management, the ministry did not heed to our call. That's what has brought us to this stage today. So it's an unfortunate situation, yes, but we pray that even as the strike is in its early hours, the authorities, the ministry will come in and resolve matters for us so we can quickly resume work and stop this needless inconvenience and needless patients going around searching for a place to do lab tests. All these things could be brought to a halt if management and the ministry could act on this matter and resolve this matter holistically.
Mr. Bedu-Boatin blames management of KATH for the outcome of the impasse. According to him, management downplayed the threat from the association.
We are always seen as the weaker point or the underdogs, because laboratory has always been seen as a place where doctors can easily colonize. And so when we back, it's like we are treated with disdain. We are treated as if we can't act on the issues that we have raised. So based on that, we also have to show management that yes, we don't just talk in vacuum, but we are ready and we are resolute.
Meanwhile, authorities at KATH say the hospital is reeling under the impact of the strike. Public Relations Officer Kwame Frimpong speaks measures to mitigate the impact.
Definitely, if you have your in-house medical laboratory scientists going on strike, definitely will be affected. And if even you put in alternative measures like we are doing, it will not be as rapid and as effective as if you have your in-house team working 24/7 as they used to be. But this is a crisis and we are doing everything to mitigate the impact. There are some contingency measures to provide some level of laboratory services for our patients. Enough arrangements are being made, and it is hoped that very soon the hospital will be able to serve the numerous patients who come here as far as laboratory services are concerned. In fact, arrangements have already commenced, and we are in talks with some partners, including hospitals and private laboratory service providers in the city, so that we can put in a system that will ensure that samples that are collected at a hospital are processed by these partners.
From Kumasi, for JoyNews, Ohiming Terry reporting.
So we're receiving reports from our men on the ground in Kumasi that the strike is continuing and there are a lot of stranded patients who are complaining about this. We know the Ghana Medical Association has responded, indicating that if its members are taken away from that directorate or department, it will retaliate in equal measure. There's also been a statement released by the mother body of the medical laboratory scientists backing this decision by the scientists to go on strike. And also we know that the Ministry of Health is looking into this matter. The Ministry of National Security as well is looking into this matter. Authorities at the Komfo Teaching Hospital say that the concerns of the lab scientists have been forwarded to these respective ministries for a response on this. In fact, yesterday, KATH tried to talk the scientists into calling off the strike, but the group says that it's not backing down until its demands are met, and the demand is that the 2 doctors who've been posted to head the lab directorate should be removed. Well, we've been joined on the live link. We have a live link from Kumasi. Ohiming Teria joins us with details on what's happening today. Hello, Ohiming. Unfortunately, we've lost Ohiming there, but we'll give you the details when we are ready to hear him from Kumasi. Let's move on. Former President Mahama has withdrawn his acceptance as the African Union envoy to Somalia. It follows controversies over the appointment. A statement posted on his website reads, former President John Dramani Mahama has, in a letter to the chairperson of the African Union Commission, withdrawn his acceptance of the continental body's appointment as its high representative to Somalia. While thanking the AU for the confidence reposed in him, Mr. Mahama noted that the high political importance of the proposed assignment requires that the high representative enjoys the unalloyed support and cooperation of all political stakeholders. President Mahama, whose appointment as the AU envoy has been roundly welcomed by the Council of Presidential Candidates of Somalia and the Coalition of Somalia's federal member states, further cautioned in his letter to the AU chairperson Musa Faki Mahamat that the lack of support by the federal government could jeopardize the whole process and undermine the hopes that the entire world has in bringing peace to the esteemed land of Somalia. Let's go back to a story about the striking lab scientist in Komfo. Ohiming Teria has joined us. Ohiming, what can you report?
Thank you, Bernice. I must say nothing has changed at the Komfo Teaching Hospital, including the arrangements put together by management of the hospital to ensure there's a provision for many patients who come to the facility but lack laboratory services. So a few minutes ago, I spoke to a management member, and the information I had is that this is not the first time management is making this arrangement. Anytime any of the staff at the Komfo Teaching Hospital, be it a laboratory directorate or unit, goes on strike, then management makes a para arrangement for that particular problem to be fixed. In this case, I'm talking about contingency measures put in place, and that's why management announced yesterday that they are working and they have been in arrangement with peripheral hospitals, peripheral facilities, and the nearby private laboratories to also run tests on samples provided at the Komfo Teaching Hospital. A while ago, I was speaking to a man who brought his child to the hospital, and he tells me a few minutes ago he checked with the hospital here for a laboratory service, and he was told the price is about 50 Ghana cedis, but he went out and now the price is 80 Ghana cedis. So let's find out from him, how did it go for you?
It's tireless, because when you come to Komfo, the price is 50 cedis. When you go to the private, it's 80 cedis. So we are appealing to the government, whatever they need, whatever their concerns are, they need to be addressed right away, because patients are going through a lot of difficulties and challenges and then stress before they can get whatever money that they have to pay at a private lab, before they can have whatever lab service that they have to take.
So in the case of your daughter or your child, what exactly, what type of laboratory service do you need that compel you to go to a private facility?
It is based on 2 lab tests that you have to conduct. Lab two lab tests that I have to conduct. Because of a condition, I don't want to disclose whatever.
No.
2 lab tests that I have to conduct at that place.
But how did you know it cost 50 Ghana cedis at Komfanochi here?
I've been doing it here severally. I've been doing it severally. So because I came here and they say they are on strike, I have to go to the private hospital. Because my daughter have to see the doctor on Monday, but it's very urgent. And the lab is also very important.
I see. And did you speak to the doctor before going out for this test?
No, please. No, please.
All right. So, Benis, this is a victim, or let me say a patient at Komfanochi Teaching Hospital who needed laboratory service for their daughter. He came around, but unfortunately, because the laboratory scientists are on strike, he decided to seek this support from a private laboratory service here. But according to him, he's been running this laboratory test at Komfanochi, which costs 50 Ghana cedis, but outside there, it costs 80 Ghana cedis. And he is saying that, yes, it's time for government to resolve this impasse as quick as possible, because it comes as a cost to patients who need laboratory services here at Komfanochi Teaching Hospital. Checking from the offices of the laboratory scientists, the few of the staff who are around, they are still idling about, and they have red armbands, erected in front of their offices, indicating that they are not appeased with the kind of arrangements that management of Komfanochi has had with the appointment of 2 medical officers to the Laboratory Services Directorate. And this has always been an issue that they have been protesting here at Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, Benis.
Ohiming, quickly, I heard you ask the gentleman if he spoke to his doctor before getting this test done at a private facility. Did the hospital indicate whether the contingency plan they have with these private facilities includes a reduction in cost to put it at par with what patients would originally pay if they come to the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital?
For now, details of the arrangement is still not known. For instance, the details on the pricing and who are involved with this contingency arrangement. But what we do know is that management says it will be at the best of interest for the patients who need laboratory services, and at the same time diagnosing and treatment at Komfanochi Teaching Hospital. So it is early days yet. I'll be putting this question to management to know details of these private laboratories and the kind of arrangements that they have had with them, especially on pricing, whether it will remain same level with the price being charged by the Komfanochi laboratories here, Benis.
Ohiming Teria there joining us from the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital. Like you heard him say, he'll still be stationed there trying to get more information for us. Thank you very much, Ohiming. You're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abubeidulan.